Oh. Hey, y'all. I'm still trying to get used to I don't really do videos on here, so yeah. Anyway, so I know I said I was going to have this video out a couple days ago, and I don't really have no excuse other than the fact that Saturday I slept all day, and when I made the video, I wanted to look better than I look right now and better what I look like in that video, because I just made that video on the fly because I kept saying to myself like I was going to make the video for like the last month or so. But anyway, let's get started, I guess. Anyway, all right, so I don't even know, like I gotta start from when I found out, because that's when it started for me, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, in September, I was feeling weird. I felt gassy. I got my notes over here. Bloated, and I was having some uncomfortability down there. Like when I would get up in the morning or when I would sit for a long time, like she just was like stiff and not waking up with me when I would get up. And excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. And I don't do the editing thing because I don't know. I just don't be on it like that. But anyway, okay, so let's start with the gas, right? You know how you feel the gas in there moving around and then, it just comes out like whatever, right? But this gas wasn't coming out. It was just like moving around. Then, as far as the bloating, like I had been working out earlier in the year and I had lost a lot of weight, started losing that belly, and for some reason the belly started coming back. So I went on Fashion Nova, bought me some size 14s, and even those weren't comfortable. I think I had bought two pairs, and I rarely leave the house. I work from home, so I go to the grocery store. I might go shop a little bit, but we moved to Cleveland. I don't really know anybody. I really don't go anywhere. So I would get in the car uncomfortable, even in these size 14s. And by when I'm leaving the store, as soon as I got in the car, I was unbuttoning them pants. Like, y'all got to go. And I didn't even realize that I hadn't really been wearing any jeans and how uncomfortable my jeans had gotten until I guess, couldn't take it anymore. And I was like, okay, I got to buy some bigger jeans because I'm getting fat again. Not fat, but, gaining weight or whatever. And, the stiffness, soreness, that's just self explanatory. It was just uncomfortable. I would get up like, oh my stuff. What is going on here? So I was telling Fred about, how I had been feeling or whatever. And I guess while I would be asleep, he would like put his hand on my belly. And so like I would wake up and he'd be like, babe, I felt what you was talking about, it feels like a baby in there. And I'd be like, man, shut up. Like, like if you don't have kids and you're trying to conceive, and you just feel some kind of way, you feel inadequate as a woman when you can't conceive as easily as all these other women are, especially the ones who don't take care of the kids, the ones that you see on the news just doing evil stuff to their kids, and you just be pissed like, okay, she could have a baby and she's doing all this evil stuff, but if I had a baby I would love it to death and I would never do anything like that. Like, them people piss me off. Like, I want to go and be a judge, jury, and executioner my damn self. But anyway, I even hit him a couple of times with the Rasputia, like, there go your baby. But we've had that joke between us for a long time, the Rasputia. So, I get on Google, I put my symptoms in. Dr. Google is like, okay, so, you might have fibroids, you might have cervical cancer. That's when I started getting scared and I made an appointment with the OB. So I make an appointment for the OB. She gives me a PAP. She did recommend for me to come back in because my PAP was irregular, which it's been irregular since I was younger. She pushed on my stomach, said that it felt like I could have a few fibroids. She said it felt like, they were pretty big, like maybe about the size of a 6-month uterus. She did ask me at the beginning of the visit if I wanted a pregnancy test. I'm like, no, I can't get pregnant. I don't need a pregnancy test. Like, I told her that I can't get pregnant. I had not been on my medicine in months. because my mom passed in February. Um, when I went back to look at my chart, um, the last blood draw I had was in January, and I think the last time I picked up a prescription of cabergoline was in January, which means, it's only a 30-day supply or so. And I think at that time, because I was paying out of pocket, I was going like every week, every 2 weeks, they let you split up your prescription. So honestly, the last time I had to take a cabergoline pill or prescription would have been back in January or February. Um, let's see. So at that appointment, she wanted me to schedule for a colposcopy, a colpo. Um, I wanted to go back to the reproductive endocrinologist so I could get back on my medicine and start trying again. And then she scheduled me for an ultrasound to check for the fibroids. And in September, I ended up having to get stitches in my hand. So I've been in, a lot of pain or whatever, and I canceled the colpo. I was going to reschedule. Um, I canceled the reproductive endocrinologist, but the day before the ultrasound, which I was also going to cancel, that night, like, I was having really bad pains on my side all night and I could not sleep. So when I got up that morning, I was like, okay, I cannot cancel this appointment. I got to go see what's going on with my body. And so I went to the ultrasound. Um, so while I'm at the ultrasound, like, I've never had an ultrasound before. I've never needed one. She's, doing the thing. I'm looking at the screen, and the first thing that I seen was a white oval. And for some reason, I was like, that is not no baby's head. Bitch, lay back and wait for the motherfucking doctor. Okay, I'm gonna watch my language. I'm sorry, y'all. Lay back and wait for the doctor. So I lay back. I looked at the doctor. And as soon as I laid back and looked at her, she was like, well, I got good news for you. I was like, no, I'm not. She was like, yes, you are. I was like, no, I'm not. She was like, yes, you are. I was like, oh my God. That's all I could say was, oh my God. Like, she had to ask me if I was happy because all I kept saying was, oh my God. Like, how? Like, I was already 6 months along. Like, there was a whole face staring back at me on the ultrasound. Like, I'd have missed the whole thing. Like, I had no morning sickness, nothing. The only thing that made me, I didn't even think it was that. Like, I just thought, like, Dr. Google had prescribed me already. Like, I was dying, or something else was wrong with my reproductive system. I don't know. It was crazy. And I just said, oh my God, all the way home. Like, I was trying to think of some cute way to tell Fred, but I couldn't even hold it in, girl. I mean, I didn't even make it home. I told him on the way home from the doctor. Let me see, what else is it? Yeah, so, all right, let's go back to the beginning. I had not been on my medicine since January or February. My last refill was in January. My mom passed in February. Um, my last recorded cycle was in May because I was still, tracking my cycles with the little fertility app. So that's when I had to conceive, was in May. So January, February, March, April, May. I had not been on the cabergoline since February-ish, and this happened in May. Now, after you stop, because I've stopped and started a few times over the last 4 years, you stop having a period and the breast milk comes back. Well, I stopped having a period, but I didn't have breast milk either. Like, the period never came back, but I didn't have breast milk. So, yeah, that's what I should say. My period stopped, but I didn't have breast milk. And I kept telling Fred, like, that's so weird that, my period stopped, but the breast milk hasn't come back yet. That's the main thing, is that it gets on your nerves, is the breast milk. But, Okay, so when I was on the cabergoline, maybe I had been taking it for about a year. And I was changing my own dosage because that's how bad I wanted it, like all of us do. I was changing my own dosage. So when I would start on the cabergoline, it would drop really fast. So if I remember correctly, when she when I had the first blood draw from this last period of trying for, like, last year, I think I was in the 300s. And within 30 days, it dropped down to like probably 80 or something like that. Then as it went down, it wasn't dropping as fast. So I think I started off with a half a pill because they start you low and then they increase you as it starts to plateau and stuff, which I was used to. So I just started doing it myself. Um, so yeah, I started off with the half, and then when it would plateau, I just started taking a whole 1.5. Like, I was doing whatever I felt like doing. I was being my own prescription doctor, basically. Um, but my levels, I would have to exactly go down and see what my last level was in January, but I'm pretty sure it was not under 20. And as far as our reading on my chart goes, your normal prolactin is between 9 and 14, I want to say, something like that. But I was watching another video where somebody else has said it had to be like between 9 and 20 something, but I've always thought it was like 14 or 15, something like that. I have an arrow here and then a blank page. So I don't know what else to say, guys. Like, it was just definitely a surprise. I'm not very religious. I'm more of a spiritual person, but I really truly believe, because my mom, like, she would always ask me, how's your levels? Are you taking your medicine? Blah, 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 blah. And I honestly think that when she passed, before she moved on to her next assignment in life, she was like, look, you're going to give my baby her baby. That's the only way I can explain it, and I really, really, truly think my mom had a hand in this, especially because, like, I don't know, guys, I've always had really vivid dreams, and I've had some crazy freaking dreams over the last couple months. I've had a warning dream from my mom about my house not being safe and get out of, like, and then I had another dream that she was telling me to get out of her house. This was her house, and get out of her house. And those were like within a week or so of each other. And there was some issues with the hot water tank where it was just like shooting water. It wasn't shooting water, but it was leaking water through the relief valve. And it had flooded the basement again, but this time it was worse than it had usually been. And so I Googled it, and basically was saying my hot water tank was probably about to blow up through the house. So I ended up just turning the heat on the water tank all the way down, and I haven't had that issue since. And then ever since then, the couple dreams I've had about her with her in it have been good dreams. Like, one, we were shopping, so I'm like, oh, is she telling me that she's seeing everything that I'm buying and she's there shopping with me? Because I don't know, y'all, my mom, she was the freaking greatest, and she would have loved this baby so freaking much. But before I get all teary-eyed, then I've been going through some stuff because, like, my family, they are excited, and I don't know, like, I just had an issue. Anyway, long story short, my mom was basically like, you got this. And I looked up, there was either a bird or bat in that dream, and it was on the door that I was trying to get through. I know this is all off subject, y'all, I'm sorry, but I gotta talk to, I ain't got no friends, okay? So there was like a bird or a bat, which both symbolize rebirth as far as I've read. And it was on this door. The room was dark. It was like I was coming out of a subway, and there was like a small room, and there was a bird or a bat, and I was scared. Like, I'm trying to reach for the door. I'm trying to shoot a thing off the door so I could get through the door, and it would not move. And then I could tell somebody was on the other side trying to open the door. So I was like, oh, good. They'll open the door, and then I can just get out. But they were like wiggling it, and it wouldn't open. So I just reached for the handle, and I opened it, and it was my mom. And then I woke up like, I was like, well, in the dream, I was like, mommy. And then I ended up waking up. So it was basically like, you can get through this, is what the when I looked up on Google what a bird, or what a blackbird or a bat meant. It meant rebirth, and it meant something that you're trying to get past that you're having trouble with. And I think a lot of it has to do with this baby shower that is trying to be planned by people who are not keeping me informed about it. And they live like 4 hours away. And I'm like, at this point, I don't even need no baby shower because I done pretty much bought everything I need. So, anyway, long story short, I know that was off subject, but I really think my mom had a lot to freaking do with this, because otherwise, I don't know how this happened. Like, I know how it happened, but me not being on my medicine, like, why usually my levels would have started going right back up. So honestly, ladies, I don't know. The only thing I could say is I used to stress for it out so bad. Like, come on, we gotta do it. We gotta do it now. And I gotta put my legs up for 15 minutes afterwards. And he got to the point he didn't even want to do it no more. So I don't know. That was a long time ago. That was back when I was making the videos sitting in my car at work when we lived in Columbus. And, when we had did the little TTC tag and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It just, all the chemistry and all the stars aligned. That's the only thing that I can say. Everything aligned and it happened. So just be patient. Talk to your doctor. I would not advise you to be like me, up in your own dose, because you never know what you're doing and what you're messing up. But I don't know. I was just that, like, I just wanted it that bad. But then again, I had not been on my medicine for about 3 months or so when I actually conceived. So, just be patient. If you were like me and you have been on Depo and got off a Depo after a few years and then were diagnosed with this, most likely it's got to do with the Depo. And back a while back, I had did some research about that Depo lawsuit they had, and a lot of the people who were a part of that lawsuit, pituitary adenoma was one of the issues that they had developed after being on Depo. Excuse me. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's that our bodies just have to get back in line. I was reading another story on Baby Center like a day or two ago where this woman had also been on I don't want to say Depo because I don't exactly remember, but I'm pretty sure it was Depo. And she had fertility issues ever since she had been on Depo for a few years. And she's like in my group of people who are doing in February. So yeah, I'm doing February. It's a girl. I don't know, y'all. I just been so ecstatic waiting for her. Like, I keep saying I can't wait, but I can. I know she's still got her 2 months of baking to do, so I am not going to rush her along at all. I am considered high risk because of my age. I'm freaking 36 now. Um, what else? My cervix is short. And, I was a centimeter dilated when she checked my cervix back in October. After we found out, I was already a centimeter dilated. So those 3 things have me high risk for being preterm, and I don't want her to come any earlier because she got to come home when I come home. I'm not leaving my baby in no hospital, not as long as we done waited for this miracle, okay? And I mean us, all of us, okay? But yeah, if you guys have any questions, if you want me to show you all the crap that I freaking bought so far, like, I just went immediately. My dad bought me the stroller. I went and bought the play yard, girl. I went and got the jacuzzi baby tub. What else? The 4-mom swing that I always wanted back in the day. And I got that on a deal. So I don't know. Maybe I should do a video for the people who want to hear that kind of stuff. But any moms who are dealing with the pituitary adenoma and you already have kids, please, please, please send me some information about labor. Like, you know how we are. We stress we want this baby so bad. I never really thought about labor, and that's what I am most nervous about. So I don't know. I watch a lot of labor videos, a lot of labor techniques and Lamaze classes, because I'm balling on a budget, and I thought them classes was gonna be free. Them Lamaze classes are not free. So yeah, some of that. But yeah, I don't know. I just been watching a lot of videos, bringing baby home, Lamaze and labor techniques. Everybody's excited. London is so excited to be a big sister. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, man. I'm just excited, surprised, nervous, just everything all at once. And I don't know, it's just so crazy. She just be kicking around and moving and flipping and dancing, and I don't know what her ass be in there doing, but she be in there cracking me up, especially when I eat, man. I think she be ready for that food. I don't know. Oh, and then here's one funny, right? So the last ultrasound we went to, this girl, now I had to think about this because I'm pretty sure the placenta is outside of this. I don't know if the placenta is in the sac or outside of the sac. And I wish I would have recorded it, or Fred would have freaking recorded this ultrasound, because this girl had her hands near the placenta like this, looked like she was holding the placenta, going like this. Like she was licking the placenta. Like even the doctor was laughing. I wish I would have thought to freaking record that. Like, it was so hilarious. I don't know. But yeah, guys. Thank you for the congratulations. And if you have questions, if I should make more videos, let me know, because I definitely could make more of an effort to put out videos. Like, I don't be doing nothing at all when I get off of this stupid job. Oh Lord. Okay. I'm still sitting at my desk. But yeah, I got 30 minutes left on my lunch break. I'm going to go ahead and upload this video, take these freaking dogs out, and then just sit, because then when I come back, oh my gosh, I got all these tickets and tasks to do. So I'm still at the same job that I used to be at when I was sitting in my car on my lunch break. But we moved from Columbus. So if you're lucky enough to not live in Columbus, then you work from home. So we have a lot of agents who live in Atlanta and this place and that place. And yeah, we all just work from home. And it's so much better than being in that damn office. I swear. Oh my God. It was so dry in there. And then I was the only person like me in there. And anyway, yeah, so that's it, guys. That's it, guys. I don't really know what else to say. But I wish everybody luck. And definitely, if you have any questions, ask me. I'm always home. I'm always around. And if you send me a question, I will definitely answer it for you. I'm not a doctor, but yes, I did. I was up in my own damn dose, man. I couldn't wait for that. But then it turns out, who knows? I don't know. I give it to my mom. I would turn this camera around so you can see my little memorial I have up here of her, but it's a mess. So yeah, we're not even gonna do that right now. But yes, thank you guys, and just let me know if you have any questions. If you want me to do any more videos, let me know. I haven't really taken any bump pictures or anything. I guess I could show you the bump. I'm not dressed, y'all. But yeah, that's the little bump. That's her. And she's being there moving, and it's just so crazy just seeing the little booms, and I'll be like, what are you doing? Oh my God. She be trying to come out the wrong parts, like go down. But anyway, guys, yep, I'm gonna let y'all go, finish my little lunch up, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.